Meeting to order for the Water and Light Commission meeting, March 20th, 2024. Please call roll.
Commissioner Grindy?
Yes.
Commissioner Beauchamp?
Yes.
Commissioner Quirk?
Yes.
Commissioner Riopel?
Yes.
All right, approved minutes from previous meeting, March 6th, 2024, please.
I'll move. Second.
Please call roll.
Grindy?
Yes.
Beauchamp?
Yes.
Quirk?
Yes.
Riopel?
Yes.
Bills and payroll.
Move. Second.
Please call roll.
Grindy?
Yes.
Beauchamp?
Yes.
Quirk?
Yes.
Riopel?
Yes.
Good, nothing from the public. Reports, Mr. Todd. Get the sun out of your eyes over there.
Good morning.
Morning, Todd.
This should be fairly short. 2023 miscellaneous, really nothing new to report on that. Still waiting for spring to get here. Our 2024 equipment materials, the bids are due on the 28th. I've got a couple questions from some of the suppliers so far, so they are working on it. So we'll get those bids opened, and like I said, we'll have those results ready for you on your April 3rd meeting. Go over that. 2024 miscellaneous. We've got the pre-bid coming up here this coming Tuesday over at the DSC. The bids are due on that on April 11th. We sent out 10 sets of the plans and specs via email. I've already had 2 contractors decline, saying they were too busy, which are usually the same 2 we usually get every year. So was expecting that. I had 2 contractors come in and pick up hard copies, and as of yet, no questions from anybody. So, but you know how that works. So yeah. Wait till after the pre-bid, and then a week before.
A week before, about an hour before they're due.
So that's that. Otherwise, been working on miscellaneous map updates. Now that the plans and specs are out for bids, I've had some time to work on that Business Highway 2 lighting. So I'm trying to get that spec finished and get to that over to MnDOT. Other than that, just other miscellaneous stuff that comes up. So that's all I have, unless there's questions.
Anything for Todd? No? Oh, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Steve.
Morning.
Morning, Steve.
Morning.
Quick update here for you. Both the 2022-2023 water main replacement projects, just finishing up the as-built, so we should be getting those out to Todd and his staff here this week. And then on the soda ash project, we had one small punch list item. They had some unistrut they got to anchor to the floor. Just got confirmation here this morning. They'll be here sometime this week. I don't know if you'd even seen that, Brian. But and then we had some questions on the change order. They sent a response back to that. I haven't had a chance to review it. Like I said, I just got it about a half hour before the meeting. So if that's good, we'll process the change order and then probably even bring that to the April 3rd commission meeting just for your approval. But other than that, everything should be good. Any questions?
Any questions for Steve?
No.
Nothing.
Thank you, sir. The knight in shining armor, Mr. Dahlstedt, City Attorney.
Not according to Mr. Riopel.
Are you awake yet? Oh.
Not much really to speak about. I'm still finalizing the personnel policy regarding the earned sick and save time. I did speak with Keith about it in looking at the Department of Human Services website regarding this matter. There was going to be some clarification on it that they were going to put out, so I was just kind of holding off to see if there was anything that came up that would revise my thought process on that. And then I'm still putting together a solar ordinance for the water and light in the city. And other than that, I think Todd, today is the first day of spring.
And that'll change by Sunday. Anything for Mr. Gallstead?
No.
Old business? Nothing. DSC roof, final application.
We've got the warranty paper that we're waiting to get back, and Dan tried to send out the application. He looked everything over, kind of went over the roofing warranty. Got a 20-year warranty on the roof. They have some stipulations on there of keeping your records, how much you're up on the roof, any high wind events. They want you to go up there and check everything out, so we'll get a log started with that, how much we're up there, if we have any issues. The first couple of years is on the contractor, and then after that we get a hold of the Versco. I went through everything with Dan, and he's happy with everything that was done. We have all the reports, so my recommendation is to make the final payment to D&D Roofing for the $89,732.50.
I'll make the motion
I'll
to make the
second.
final payment on the roof.
I'll second.
Okay, call roll, please.
Grindy,
Yes.
Bochamp,
Yes.
Quirk,
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Thank you. I got a few things here. MMUA training safety officers here. We're getting our refreshers on the CPR classes at the DSC. The guys doing the training certified that, so everybody be certified for a couple of years. We did have a bad wire this week on Monday over at 310 4th Street Northeast, so the guys laid a wire on the ground. Got that taken care of. We've got a few now that are on the ground, so when it does warm up, we'll be getting those taken care of. We did have a water leak inside the house over at 1401 Central. We were able to get the valve shut off inside the house, and that one needed a new meter, so the guys got the meter in over there also. So we're working with American Crystal Sugar on the mud press water meter. We're trying to get that in before they start drawing their water. Their valve is froze up right now. They were going to get a hold of somebody to try and get their valve cleaned out, so that's when they start running their water. We've been estimating that one for a while, so we want to get that one in. And we are also handing out a few more notes to get some other water meters installed that haven't been switched over yet. Tyler's been working on that, Mike and Tommy. And we're still kind of holding out for some quotes back on the bucket truck. There are some trucks around, but waiting for the specs back so we can see what's what on that. So some are saying 2 years before you get the truck. There might be some trucks around, then you got to ship them to Alabama. So working on that. And then, as I mentioned before, working on some solar lights. I've been working with Carla a little bit on that. The city would get the credits on that for the tax credits. So other than that, that's about all I have, unless you have any questions.
Questions for Todd?
Nope.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Brian?
Morning.
Morning, Brian.
Brian.
Well, I'll start off. Steve kind of touched on the final correspondence we're waiting to have with H&S Electric, so we can close out that project. I did want to mention that we did perform a complete walkthrough startup on the soda ash equipment, and it's fully operational in local mode at this point. We don't have it tied in with the SCADA yet, but it is fully operational should we need it, or when we do. And then also technicians from Custom Air were on site to perform quarterly tests on our building dehumidifier, and they installed a flow sensor also on that. The Minnesota DNR Water Conservation Report has been completed, as has the annual narrative report. And then lastly, Keith and I have a LAWA meeting scheduled for April the 3rd. So that's coming up in a couple of weeks. And other than that, I guess that's all I have, unless there's questions.
Any questions for Brian?
No, thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Thanks.
Brianna?
Uh-oh.
We're going to get in
Yeah,
trouble
we're going to get
now.
hit now.
Oh, no, it's going to be quick. Good morning. Just that next week, Brady Martz will be on site for our audit. So I've been busy the last few weeks, just really getting a lot of last minute stuff. There was a couple invoices that we were waiting on that were just approved today. So that was part of the part of a lot of further steps beyond that for fixed assets and accounts payable, reconciling to the GL, that kind of stuff that we were waiting on. So now that we have that, I'm hoping by end of day today or tomorrow that they'll have everything they need and start sending over any requests if they have beforehand. And then, yeah, they'll be here. It's scheduled Monday through Thursday, but they typically only take 3 days. So, yeah.
Good deal.
If there's any questions of me.
No,
Good job.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Carla is not here. Jordan?
Morning.
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 Just real quick here, just going to go over some of the commercial rebates. At the Presbyterian Church, there's just a small project done for 3 floodlights, and those are all LED. Over at one of the Oxford rentals on Demers, they replaced some of their residential furnaces for each unit. And so there's a total of 3 of those, and on Monday I received a lighting rebate application for Anytime Fitness. So that's going to be fluorescent to LED in their bathrooms, entryways, hallways, basically that whole facility, so they went all LED. So I'm going to be working on that one. Last week I received the 2023 EIA 861 report from Keith, so I began filling that out. And then shortly after this, I'm going to be heading over to South Point for the MMPA 4th grade education event. So I'm going to meet with the program coordinator over there, and they'll start at 9:30 this morning. Any questions?
Bring Keith with you on that one?
I'm not going this time. Unless you want me.
You see how fast he did the backstroke on that? That was good. You're good.
Any questions for Jordan?
No.
Mike? Okay. Thank you, sir. Corey?
Nothing else.
Thank you. Keith?
I thought you said you didn't have anything.
I don't.
He found a couple pieces of paper
No,
in
it's
his
be
pocket.
real quick. You talked about the water treatment plant operator. The 28th is the deadline. Renewable energy project that we've been talking about north of town. It's still moving forward. They've hired an engineer and they're doing concept planning, and so still looks favorable, and a lot of projects. So it just takes time to get it done, and so be patient with that. And then American Crystal Sugar, Todd and I, Tyler, probably Corey, we're going to meet with Crystal Sugar tomorrow, kind of talk to them about load items, things ways that we can work together and see if we can't shave off some of our peak. It does save us some money if we have real good coordination with Crystal. So
Are you meeting him here?
we're meeting him at the DSC. He hasn't responded, but that's what I requested, that we meet there. And then MMUA Legislative Conference is next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll be attending that. So that's what I got.
Anything for Keith?
No.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Commissioner reports, anything? Mike, you got to have something about the crocodiles.
No, haven't seen. The one we have in the backyard I haven't seen him for 5 days. He's got to be out looking for a mate.
Dang guys, huh?
Yep.
All right, motion to adjourn.
Hold it, you got one thing.
Second. Oh,
One day last week, I was driving from Grand Forks over the Sorley. The first 3 overhead lights were on.
No, they're off.
They're off now? Okay. Just, thank you. That's it. Move to adjourn.
Seconded by Mike. Please call roll.
Grindy,
Yes.
Beauchamp,
Yes.
Quirk,
yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
What were you doing up that early?
Thank you.
Have fun, buddy.
It was during the day.
Bye.
Day.
Yeah.
Bye now.
I got my